#1. And, well, he improved a lot throughout the last 2 years. And, well, would be a very interesting match.
So the two #1s clashing. World rankings not far off each other, really. Portuguese player Marcus is currently 43 in the world, has been as high as 32 back in November of last year. And Gerell, 57 at the moment, but has also been at 34. So they're both on an even par in terms of world rankings.
In this region of the world ranking, the difference is not that big. I mean, 20 places in one or other direction might be two good or bad tournaments. You might drop or you jump very fast.
4 minutes.
Left-handed Gerell there. Has been in fine form so far this week. Has spent some time in Germany, of course, Richard, playing at Oxenhausen.
Both did, actually. Also, Marcus Freitas played in Oxenhausen before. Now playing in Pontoise in France, as is Gerell doing in Chartres, together with Gauning, whom we saw before, and together also with Robert Gardosch, who's playing on the other table for Austria. Freitas also before played in Düsseldorf quite some years.
So both players used to performing in Germany. They'll want a big performance here. In terms of international matches, we have one record of these two players playing before, back in September 2009 at the European Championships. And on that occasion, it was Gerell who was victorious in what seemed to be a mammoth 4-3 match in the last 64. And after the 2 minutes knock-up, they're both ready. And it'll be Gerell of Sweden with the service in the first game. Active start by the Swede. Clearly pumped up.
Yeah, and you see one of the strengths of Gerell. Nice moving, follows his forehand very well. Backhand usually is a little bit weaker there, but like the way he's moving, look at this.
Had glimpses of Appelgren there in my mind as I watched him dancing around the court. Fantastic stuff.
Yeah.
Great movement. Left-handed forehands being pinged from everywhere. Good positive start by Gerell. Once again, solid block.
Good one.
And then looking for the forehand.
And really turning around very, very early. I mean, Marcus Freitas has to make sure that from time to time he's changing with his backhand down the line, not to get it too easy that Gerell is turning around all the time.
He's out of the traps quickly. Gerell, great receive. Marcus Freitas probably just taking a few more moments to come into this match. It's 4-0.
In comparison to all the 4 players we saw so far, Freitas has by far the best backhand, and this is the main thing, especially when you play left against left. You have to use this good backhand, not only diagonal but also down the line, then you get quite some advantage. But on the other hand, Per Gerell is moving much better. You see, he was ready to turning around there, trying to avoid the backhand. A little bit early maybe to see, but at this moment I'm also not so happy with the body language of Marcos Freitas. Should have shown everybody, also the Portuguese bench, that everybody's around, that he's really ready to get the 1-1 working.
A little bit passive at the moment, perhaps stunned by the level of activity in Per Gerell's legs. Zipping round the court. Great service, great variation.
It's one of the strengths of Per Gerell. This service is so difficult to really see because at the last moment it's kicking. Like, can you do it in both directions, like it's kicking or it's down spin. Good one down the line. He should use this more often because Per Gerell is turning around very, very early. Usually giving Freitas the chance to hit him down the line with the backhand.
There's the backhand you're talking about, Richard. Accelerating over the table. Coming into this now, he's got a slight skip in his step. Energized. 4-7. Oh, wonderful flick. Wonderful feeling. Well read on the serve.
Side spin, up spin in this service, and yeah, I think he was waiting a little bit for this flick, but not that fast and not that deep in the forehand. Beautifully. See how he was moving, Per Gerell there.
The crowd are loving it.
A little bit overpowering, could have gone through the backhand.
A good receive from Marcos Freitas as well. Created the opening for himself here, we'll see. Just mistimes the forehand. And again, top edge.
Usually I like the players when they move with forehand, when they work for the ball, but especially in the case of Marcos, he's no need to turn around all the time. He can opening with backhand.
He certainly can.
And you saw that.
First game, Per Gerell. So more work to be done in the Portuguese corner, Richard, at the break.
Yeah. I think, first of all, he has to change service, find some variation, because the spin and no spin service he's doing, it's easy for Per Gerell to push short. And this side spin, up spin, at this moment Gerell was reacting also quite aggressive, so it might be a possibility to have the reverse service because Marcos Freitas is using this. And usually Per Gerell has not that strong this backhand side spin flip, so might be a possibility to do this service maybe a little bit also through the backhand, and then he has the chance to attack himself. Second, I think Marcos, no need to turn around all the time. Start to opening with the backhand, maybe sometimes diagonal, sometimes down the line. Because so far with forehand he was missing 2-3 openers.
Time.
for Gerell. More of the same. High level of energy.
Yeah, from Per Gerell's side, I mean, just like keep on going, turning around whenever you have the chance, and staying aggressive with his own forehand.
I don't think that's booing of our commentary, Richard. I think it's a dispute on the other table. But the players here focused, and we're underway again. Gerell just giving it a little split second for that ball to come back, allow him to accelerate into it.
And he was trying to open with backhand, but like has to be a little bit more acceleration, a little bit more spin inside.
A little bit more positive body language from Freitas, as you were saying in the first game. Perhaps not just as much energy as Gerell. Maybe that's a sign of things to come from the Portuguese player.
And now he's there, Marcos, like showing the fist. Body language quite positive. The main thing is that Per Gerell like keeps on being aggressive in the return, like not like putting all the time easy ball short, but it looks like that Marcos Freitas is moving much better after the service so far. Much better than in the first game.
So 3 apiece in the second game here. Beautiful ball parallel from Gerell. Nice and early. Again, moving well.
Yeah, and adapted very early that this return would have been diagonal cross-court in the backhand. And very good that he's really turning around totally in order to play the ball down the line in deep forehand of Marcos. From the modern table tennis, both take the ball a bit too late. See, very late, nearly touching the floor. Chinese would say, don't take the ball that late.
Yeah. Good receive from the Swede, and a good attacking forehand once again. Freitas has got to find a way to break the momentum of Per Gerell here.
Difficult at this moment, because first topspin is so difficult to control from Marcos. It's not only a question of that it's a little bit too fast in some moment, but it's also, you hear this very, very spinny. So it's not a problem just to put in the racket, but like he has to close the racket.
Serve third ball very strong at the moment from Gerell. Maybe Freitas could just go long, maybe with the receives, take a risk.
For sure, but like he doesn't want this. Usually he wants to play short with forehand or flicking with backhand, but flicking with backhand in the backhand of the opponent. And there, Per Gerell is waiting with his strong forehand. That's the main problem I think Freitas is facing right now.
Change of serve there, though. Went for the reverse serve. Seems to be enjoying himself out there.
Yeah.
Just too long, that one, just drifting.
And I think he hurt me, like, because this was really like Chinese style, really up the racket, nearly above the table. Very good. And he hurt you as well with his
The banana
side
flick.
spin, the banana flip to opening a little bit more. But at this moment, I think Gerell is just moving too well, and the flick is not fast enough.
9-6.
Nice moving.
Worked
Very
hard.
nice. I think Marcus Freitas didn't quite check the way Gerell was moving. Could have been this time an idea, exception of the rule, to play in deep forehand when topspin, topspin.
11-6.
It's one-way traffic at the moment, Richard.
Yeah. And you can hear now this was the racket he threw on the table. So he's really not happy the way he's playing. And all my credit to Gerell, he's playing very, very aggressive, very focused. Difficult at this moment for Marcus. Maybe he's also need the help of Gerell to come back in the game. But at this moment, no easy mistakes. Everything quite focused, everything quite clear. The way Gerell is playing, really on the highest level right now.
Ricardo Faria, the Portuguese coach, has got to find something with his player. Sweden already leading 1-0, of course, with Jens Lundqvist winning the first rubber.
And Jürgen Persson waiting in third position.
And a certain Jürgen Persson warming up, waiting for his turn.
Time.
Big effort needed now from the bench, and most importantly, Marcus Freitas. Went for the flick, Marcus Freitas, but again, as has been the case throughout this match so far, Gerell over the table with the backhand. Aggressive third ball topspin. And again, misses the forehand, hasn't missed many. So let's see if Marcus Freitas has changed anything now. Is he prepared to try something a little bit different in terms of his serve? Umpire's just struggling with the scoreboard, I think.
Yeah, looks like not working so perfectly from time to time. It's not only them they're struggling with it.
Umpire, hand in the air, just looking for assistance from the overall umpire or technical support. Could be a welcome break for Marcus Freitas.
Yeah, maybe his first time out.
Give him a chance to really get his thoughts together.
Okay. 1-all.
And I think we're good. Thank you very much. Great support, of course, here at these events. The ITTF team, technical team. Things running generally very smoothly.
Very good.
Fantastic movement from Gerell. He looked as if he was in trouble in that rally. Marcus Freitas actually looked as if he was taking a bit of a lead there, but with fantastic movement. And powerful forehands.
And promise a little bit the way that Marcus Freitas is blocking, is controlling. It's so safe, but it's not aggressive. So giving the opponent really the chance. You see there, the ball is always jumping a little bit high, not like kicking as many are doing, for example, the Chinese or Timo Ball. And giving the opponent the chance to really reach more balls with the forehand. But now this one was too deep for Per Gerell, even for him.
Oh, unlucky. Would have been a beautiful ball parallel there into the corner. But maybe a 2 points grace here for Marcus Freitas is exactly what he needs to build from.
Yeah, and a little bit some easy points giving from Per Gerell to Marcus Freitas. Missed the second forehand up till 4. And you see that block was also not like that straight, a little bit like side spin, down spin.
Difficult.
Difficult, really. You see how the ball was spinning there?
Commanding play by the Swede. A rare error.
A rare error, but third forehand error in this third game.
Smooth, relaxed backhand topspin.
Yeah, it's timeout. It's time for timeout.
60 seconds. Perhaps moving towards a victory. Time for timeout, indeed. Last chance to get something clicked into motion. Little cocktail of juices and water. So Ulf Carlson will be pretty happy at the moment, Richard.
Yeah, and he's back. I think he was quite some time on different teams, like not only in table tennis, like he was coaching in Norway, and I think Anders Johansson, the new sports director of Sweden, convinced Tikkan to come back for this World Championship. Actually, the last European Championship, it was Peter Karlsson who was coaching the Swedish team together with Fredrik Håkansson. So the old internationals, they are back for coaching. What I know, they have a kind of a group who takes care of the Swedish team. Might be that Tikkan is now doing it not only now, but also for Olympics. But like the general idea was to have the old internationals around and in order to help the Swedish team.
Provide some inspiration, perhaps. Peter Carlsson was also doing a bit of work in Ireland at some time. I think he held a couple of training camps in the last number of years. So, will the timeout have helped? Here goes Marcus Freitas at 5-6.
Good block, good service. And again, Per Gerell was ready for this, turning around very, very early.
Just hasn't got going yet, Marcus Freitas, and he's 2 games to 0 and 7-6 down.
You know, you have sometimes these kind of matches Like Marcus is playing not that bad, but also always in some moment choosing a little bit wrong decisions. Now he had the chance to play the first topspin already in the backhand because Per Gerell was in half distance. He's not that good in the backhand. He's not so carefully where he plays the ball, and Per Gerell is moving and playing very well.
7, 8.
Still fighting. I'm sure he'll take it, Richard.
Yeah.
He'd be happy to accept an edge at this point in the game.
And he needs it to stay back in the game.
So 9-8. Ball fizzing round the net. Players zipping round the court. Could be a crucial point. If Marcus Freitas, Richard, can somehow just pinch this game, it could be a different story in the match.
Thing is also before Per Gerell was having not that big trouble with the service of Marcus, like returning it short to the forehand side. But we will see. For sure it gives Marcus a chance because not that often Per Gerell is losing 2 points in a row after his own service.
Just getting away with it though. Incredibly finds himself with a game point.
See how fast the momentum sometimes is changing. 9-7, 2-0, 9-7 for Per Gerell. Own service. Usually you don't bat on the opponent in that moment. And okay, a little bit luck of Marcus Freitas at 9-8. Then the topspin rally 9-9. And then Marcus Freitas was ready, especially at 9-9 for the flick that Per Gerell was doing. And maybe that's something Marcus could do more often, just like, say, serving up spin, waiting for the flick, because Marcus has more trouble if Per Gerell is returning this ball short to the forehand. But we will see. Now, open match again.
And the coaches, anything specific, you think?
I think main thing is now from Portuguese side that, giving him this feeling, okay, now you fought back in the game, now you're ready. Main thing is also, to my point of view, also keep on serving this upspin service. Avoid this, because you see here he was already late a bit there. Good, he played that ball short. But coming with the upspin service, waiting for the flick, because he's both wing player, Marcus Freitas, he can attack on that ball. And then in the topspin rally, have a little bit better look the way Per Gerell is moving.
And I wonder what Carlson's advice. He'll be happy with the way in which his players played, so perhaps just reaffirming to get back to that
I
way.
think Per Gerell has to just be careful that because he was playing very well so far, that he's not losing the track.
Oh, nice backhand. Change of pace, good position, pushing Freitas wide.
And good block there, stay close to the table after he started with forehand.
Quite far back from the table there, Per Gerell. Bit of pressure now from Freitas. And perhaps things just evening up slightly. not the domination of Gerell as it was in the first two games, and he feels he just needs to give himself a little bit of a zip before he serves.
And main thing is that Gerell is now having to use the backhand a little bit more. And then in one moment, when he has to use backhand too often, then this is a chance for Marcus Freitas, because from the backhand game, he's for sure much better, having more possibilities there. What Gerell is doing quite well after the backhand block, he's trying to turn around very early, and this maybe some moments Marcus can use in order to play him down the line.
Once again, the Swede seems to be stronger in the open rallies. Payback for the edge.
At 9-7, exactly. But you see, whenever Gerell starts to return short, he's trying to hit the short forehand of Marcus, because Marcus has the racket a little bit too far away back from the table, because he's waiting on the half-long ball. So when you manage to play short in the forehand, he's very often a little bit late there.
Good change of service. Mixing it up a little bit. Oh, Marcus played a great backhand there to get himself into that rally.
It was a little bit edge, I think. It was not a clean touch.
Yep. And this time, it's the Swede who calls timeout. Each player entitled, of course, to one timeout per match.
And sometimes you need more than one.
Wasn't around much in my day, just towards the end. Took a little bit of getting used to.
Still, some of the more experienced players, they don't like this timeout. If you speak, for example, to Werner Schlager, or that time also when Rossi was playing, he was a little bit more like irritated than using the timeout in favor for himself. But the younger players, for example, Dmitry Ovtcharov, they adapted very, very quickly.
Topspin serve, third ball attack. And a clenched fist from Marcus Freitas. Oh, beautiful ball,
Nice one. And it doesn't matter, it was a little bit edge, the opening topspin, but main thing is that the service was half long. And this gives Gerell the chance to attack directly, and he was a little bit closer to the table. Marcus was more passive, so finally it doesn't matter. It was a little bit, maybe a strange bounce, but Gerell deserved this point.
Like to see that again. The ball seemed to be moving whatever way Marcus managed to get that one back. Here it comes. Forehand into the middle. Oh!
Yeah, I think like touched the edge, or was maybe even nearly double. Anyway, it doesn't matter, they change it.
He did well. He's hanging in there, Marcus Freitas here. Different return. Touch short into the backhand of Gerell, and then exploding with that backhand you spoke about earlier, Richard.
And whenever he makes Gerell block the ball and not giving him the chance to turning around, then usually it's the advantage of Marcus. So far, you know, it's a little bit this kind of match. You feel finally Gerell is quite dominant. At this moment, doesn't get the match home for some reason. 2-0, 9-7, 2-1, 5-2. and now evens up at 6-6 again for Marcus Freitas.
So a suggestion perhaps, Richard, that the tables are turning slightly.
I mean, as a coach, you cannot be 100% sure, but like sometimes you feel this, oh, today my player, he's playing so well, but he cannot get this going. They cannot use in one moment the chances he have.
That'll give Gerell more confidence again. Back to 7-all.
Good quality in the ball. Nice placement, also a little bit more to the middle. And now we'll see. Own service.
Amazing start point of the racket, Richard, when he's doing the reverse serve. It's almost on the floor.
And it's not really like a classical reverse serve. It's a little bit more like around we go. But more and more players are using this way of serving.
Oh, Freitas right round on the forehand with the backhand receive. Exposing himself there on the backhand corner, perhaps a little bit too much.
And now we'll see. Not over yet.
Oh!
That was the rally of the day. See this one, unbelievable.
Oh, wonderful stuff here. The crowd on their feet, they're loving it. The ball fizzing round the net, incredible angles. What a shot that was from Gerell, and a great finish there from Freitas. Great stuff. Great demonstration of the physicality of table tennis. Players covering serious amount of space in these courts. That'll give Marcus Freitas a huge boost of confidence now at 8-9. Again, the flick, Richard, maybe in the past in the match he's been double touching Marcus Freitas. That time a flick.
Yeah, and it was right placement, also a little bit softer to the backhand. As we mentioned that before, the backhand has improved, but like it's not that safe and not that aggressive altogether. Then Marcus Freitas can use the backhand. And now it's serving of Per Gerell. Usually he's really winning many balls after his service, also the 9-7, 7-7, 9-7, and now he's serving for the match. It's a good match. Usually I like to see a fifth game, to be honest.
Yeah, indeed. Much more aggressive from Marcus Freitas. That's potentially the most aggressive in a rally. 2, 3, 4 hard balls.
And now the Portuguese bench is up. I think the one you heard screaming was not only Marcus Freitas, it was also João Monteiro.
They're sensing something's happening here. Can he also win the fourth 11-9 as he did the third, Marcus Freitas?
He was hesitating there. He had the chance before to accelerate, hesitating, and then finally Per Gerell. You see, this one he could have accelerated more. A little bit bad placement there in the middle, giving Per Gerell the chance to answer with a faster forehand topspin.
Moved his body out of the way. Played down the line where Per Gerell wasn't. The coach, Ricardo Faria, happy with that one.
See, the topspin of Per Gerell is having a very good length, always jumping very up high. Not so easy to control. Usually Marcus Freitas loves this spin-spin rallies, but you see how high the ball was bouncing and it was no edge. Maybe we see this in slow motion because it was so difficult ball. The ball of Per Gerell touched the net, you see, so low and so nice placement. This guy has some feeling.
You just see, Per Gerell just slips there. So again, game point for Marcus Freitas to take this into a 5th and deciding game. Spin serve this time from the Swede. And another 6 points has passed at 12 all, so the players entitled to take their towels. Hard to call this one, Richard. Could go either way, this 4th game.
No, the longer rallies have been a bit more for Marcus Freitas. But still, the better service is Per Gerell's. Oh, this was a big chance for Marcus Freitas. A little bit of bad miss there. Lifted the ball a bit too much up, should have stepped in the ball. It was also a chance because the return was not that low to have a little bit faster topspin.
So match point, Gerell to take Sweden 2-0 in this last 16 match. Both players agreeing and retake given the let.
Good one. Good one there. Usually, after this flip, Marcus Freitas steps back a little bit, but this time he stayed close to the table, like blocking the ball down the line. And Per Gerell is quite often to the floor right now.
He is. Thinks he's playing goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Just clips the net there. Ulf Karlsson encouraging them to be energetic, rolling the hands there. Keep the energy up, keep the momentum up. Whoa! A fantastic save of another match point.
So far, I mean, we've seen many matches so far, but like, they're not the highest in the world ranking. Round about number 43 against, I think, number 56, 57. But the level they're playing right now, it's like so good, like so many topspin rallies, so many nice balls, very good.
Service back with Marcus Freitas. Per Gerell happy to flick to the Portuguese player's forehand and comfortable to take the block. Switches it back into his backhand. Gives himself another match point.
Question if Per Gerell now changing the placement of the service a little bit. Maybe like just short to the forehand, not too much in the middle, where usually Marcus Freitas using the backhand return. Might be an idea. Let's see what he's doing.
Again, Marcus Freitas coming right across into the forehand court with the backhand flick return. Will we see a fast serve this time from Per Gerell? We do indeed. strong forehand topspin. And he likes it. Bit of emotion out there. High fives all round. Ulf Karlsson likes it. A massive effort.
Yeah, very good performance of Per Gerell. Doesn't matter who was winning, I think they both did well. Per Gerell in this way deserved, because he was a little bit more up throughout the whole game, 2-0, 9-7 already, and then also in this fourth game he was up more often throughout the whole game. But I mean, fine effort also from Marcus Freitas. Took him a while to really find into the game, but especially the fourth and fifth were like table tennis.